Arctic missions that are there aren't allowed to go over the hole in the ice.
Oh
They
yeah,
go around it.
So yeah, like wrapping up our podcast today, we talked a lot about a lot of different topics, but what people are going to realize is that these crazy oligarchs are trying to create, they're trying to make it so they can live forever. And so what you've been telling me about New Schwabenland, it sounds like the Nazis have actually made these superhumans. I mean, this is scary. Like, you know what other people don't understand? They live in a world where Walmarts can easily be turned into FEMA camps, and now we have clandestine activity going on in a part of the world where you're not allowed to fly, New Schwabenland, and
not allowed to fly over.
And all these celebrities that are being accused for the stuff, they're all randomly going there because what I feel is that once that they get caught, they might go and live there. Whoever can survive these child sex trafficking accusations going on and what we very much know to be true, these people are trying to make it so they can go there because it has no legal charter over it. Well, so like if they lived there, there's many different things going on. Like there's a deep underground military base under that ice. There's ancient alien technology under there, and it's also being relegated to the new fiber optic network that is now taking over the world. You know what many people still don't realize is that the internet was created by DARPA, and it was all a black book project, and now it's called the World Wide Web. Because that's literally what it is. It's a web that keeps you caught in a matrix, in a paradigm that dictates your reality. Mm-hmm. And these people already have access to timelines, and they can therefore dictate the outcome of historical events. And if they keep doing that, they're going to shake up the natural order of the universe. And then you have the CERN reactor in Switzerland. Why don't you talk a little bit about like how the CERN reactor that they're using over there? They're using a particle accelerator, a hadron collider. To try to like take the God molecule and reverse engineer it. Well, these people are fucked.
They're looking to see what the smallest particle is they can find to start with. And the thing about it is, I realize that the idea of living in a matrix may actually be the truth there. Because every time they think they found the smallest particle, because they keep observing, they get more particles. So even once they find a God particle, they'll probably find something smaller.
Yeah,
because they'll keep looking for something smaller, and eventually, either the matrix is going to fill up with possibilities finally and collapse the matrix, or it'll just keep going into a smaller point in that matrix.
Yeah. So with everything that we spoke about today, when are people going to realize they live in a paradigm that is? I feel like life is kind of some complex simulation, and it's not. And more and more people are finding that out, and the more and more people wake up, realize that everything around them is controlled by these psychopaths, then we can get to a better place in being able to show the people how much they were lied to, but instead they have like the Stockholm syndrome, and they're in love with their captors, and they want to keep wearing masks, they want to keep getting vaccinated, and they want to wave their Ukrainian Khazar flags now, not realizing they're literally celebrating a Luciferian order that has existed in that part of the world for some time now. And it traces all back to things that we could go on for hours talking about. But a lot of people are trying to say that Zelensky is this good guy. I got pictures of Zelensky throwing up the one eye and doing the 666 symbol, and everybody suddenly wants to help him. George Soros wants to provide, he's provided aid to Ukraine. So why are all these scumbag pedophile rats running to the aid of Ukraine? Because they're protecting their dark money interests. Okay. And a lot of people think it's because they're humanitarian philanthropists, when in reality, they're actually psychotic pedophiles that get their kicks by exercising unusual forms of brutal control over economies and people.
Well, let's go with another thing also. You see, it's been found that our World Health Organization had its fingers in the COVID problem.
Oh, yeah, certification of vaccination ID. That's what COVID-19 stands for. They stuck it right in your face, yeah.
But there's also, we had something to do with the actual research into the creation of the virus. It's been found our money went into the research to find out gain of function. Fauci's been already called out on that. Fauci had something to do with it. The thing about it is the same stuff is going on in Ukraine. They're doing the same kind of research there, and our money's going to it too. That's the whole reason this war is so messed up. And while we trying to help point, say Ukraine's okay, Ukraine's okay, don't pay attention to what we're doing there. Just let's save the people in power.
Mm-hmm. And they're already creating bunkers for the elites to go.
Yeah, they probably already had them.
Yeah, and so when the shit hits the fan, they're trying to make it so that they're not going to be held accountable for it.
Most of the world actually has deep underground bunkers that are actually going on into the inner earth. That almost every government has those deep underground bunkers that go on down to the inner earth. And when shit hits the fan, they're going to be gone. They're going to leave us all sitting here going, "What the fuck happened?" Mm-hmm. And I'm still trying to research enough to find one of the entrances myself, because I've listened to someone talk about a mini nova that's supposed to happen in like 2030 something.
What's a mini nova? That's something that's new to me.
A mini nova?
Yeah.
It's when a coronal outburst from the sun creates so much power, it's like having a mini supernova.
Wow.
And it will burn the atmosphere off the earth. And in the end, the world will be consumed with fire.
That is in the Bible, too.
Yeah, and the World Wide Web. Remember, in Revelations, it appeared to be the world was covered with a great spider web.
Yeah, so it's all connected, and
everyone would run to and fro. Oh boy, there's a lot that's right there in Revelations that somehow he had a vision that was true. And a lot of it may be figurative, but those certain statements are completely true now. Mm-hmm. There's people run to and fro almost pointlessly in their lives now, and we've literally got a true World Wide Web, and that's how it got its name. Actually, they took it from Revelations.
Oh, these people literally like take their Luciferian stuff and stick it because they need you to give them consent in order to do what it is. So that's why they put everything in plain sight.
Well, the Apocalypse of John almost didn't make it into the Bible because it was so incredibly crazy.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. Like, a lot of people are casting this idea that there was things intentionally taken out of the Bible that prevented man from ascending above 666 and getting to the 888 frequency.
Yeah, like little things that say how to actually get what you want. Yeah, asking you shall receive, but it never tells you how to ask. And your heart and your mind must be as one. The 2 points in the house must be of one mind. In other words, your mind and your heart have to be in the same place when you wished or desire something, or you do not get it.
Wow. Yeah, that really does make a lot of sense, and it hits home for me because I just know that with the demoralization of the people that know what's going on and they're super sad because they don't feel like they know how they're going to stop it, that demoralization sets in, and then it makes you become a version of your lower self if you give into that demoralization. I'm going to admit I haven't been a perfect man in my life. I haven't exactly done things I'm proud of. But what I do know is that this whole situation is really scaring me into wanting to just be a better person, because I've always wanted to be... I hated the world at a young age because I knew that I was going to end up being the goodness in the world that I didn't see. So it turned me bad and turned me into an asshole for a while. It made me super aggressive because I realized at a young age that everybody was being deceived by these symbols, these corporations, these institutions, these supposed humanitarian philanthropists. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, who was it that said that the greatest alibi for tyranny is philanthropy.
Yeah.
So, they want to, and that's what the Nazis did when they took away the Jewish kids. They tried to tell the parents that they're going to go to like a nice camp and they're going to have a nice time, and everybody thought this was a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
the re-education of the natives of Canada, Alaska, Native Americans here.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that even in Australia. They take away the Aboriginal children, re-educate. They did this all over the world. And in the idea of Christianity, usually, that was far from Christian.
Yeah, no, that couldn't be, that could not be Christian.
Christ would have just said, follow me, if you wish. He might not have said, if you wish. He would just say, when people wanted to be saved, he'd say, follow me. Leave behind all your earthly things. Follow me. He wasn't saying, oh, by my blood you will be saved. No. He said, follow me. Paul said, by his blood you're going to be saved.
Absolutely. And I just hope that more people wake up to what we spoke about today, because it's up to them to do their research, because a lot of us are getting called kooks and conspiracy theorists when all this is actually happening. But this was a good podcast. I really enjoyed it. I hope people enjoy it too. I'm going to try to provide some more links and photos later. This was the Civil Savage 76. Thank you very much. Patriot out.